What are you wearing?
Canadian tuxedo. I'm a hockey player. Let's go Blues.
Let's go Blues.
Let's go Blues.
To all you Blues fans, we're bleeding blue with you. Let's go Blues! Let's go Blues! Let's go Blues!
Presented by Scott Credit Union. Yours.
BlueNote Fan Report. Hey everybody, how are you doing today? I'm Guy, and this is a special edition of BlueNote Fan Report, as this is Hall of Fame weekend. St. Louis Blues started their Hall of Fame last season, and in January, mid-January, they hold a Hall of Fame game, and they induct members into it. Last year, Gary Unger, Glenn Hall, among others, were inducted, including all the names in the rafters. This year, three inductees. The three inductees all hold a special place amongst Blues fans. One of them was on this show. Do you remember who it was? Do you remember which one of the inductees was on the show? Are you even here watching and listening to me? I don't know, don't care, and I'm just going to talk. I don't give a shit. Sorry. The three inductees were longtime Blues organization advisor and player, traded away for picks more than once. Mr. Keith Tkachuk, father of Brady and Matt, to the Tkachuk family. Yeah, I think he's also an uncle to Kevin Hayes, or at least he's in there somewhere. He's connected to Kevin Hayes through that connection. Then you have Pavel Demitra. We'll talk a little bit about Pavel and his 8 seasons. I remember exactly where I was when I found out about Pavel Demitra's plane accident, and it really affected me that day. And here's the thing. Everyone remembers Demitra, but do you know who the other Blue was on that plane? And then you have Mike Liut, 80-81 Ted Lindsay Award winner, leader in wins for the Blues. Actually, he would have gotten beat if we had not traded Jake Allen, but we did. I do not know. I've got it muted. It's not that low for me. A little low. Yeah, it does sound like it's a little messed up. Yeah, it does sound a little messed up. I've got it played down. So, wow, man. It's going to be a hard show for me today. I'm not going to say why. I'm not going to talk about it because, I'm not allowed to. Plain and simple. If I talk about it, I'm narcissistic and other things. I'm not going to go there. I'm just going to kind of let it go. So, the original class: Gary Unger, Brian Suter, the Solomons, Chris Pronger, Bobby Plager, Barkay Plager, Al McGinnis, Red Berenson, Scotty Bowman, Bernie Federko, Bob Gessoff, Glenn Hall, Brett Hall, and Dan Kelly. It was a pretty neat thing. I think Glenn Hall actually showed up for this one. Are you guys here? I mean, is it just me? Should I go away? Oh, well. Man, I'm just gonna sit here and do crickets until you guys decide to show up. Hey, Roland, I think you're the only one. Yeah, I've pissed enough people off. This show is going down to nothing. Oh well. This is the agreement show. I will not be argumentative. I will not be combative. I will not. I'm going to agree with everything that you guys say about the team. Everything. You will not hear an argument from me one bit in this show. Uh, oh, well, I've been told it doesn't. I've been told that I'm stupid. I'm not going to, I don't want to go there. I'm not going to go there. I'm not going to go there. Don't mention, I'm not going to go there. Not going to go there. Uh, I'm trying to look this up. I'm trying to. My brain is not working very well. So, do you know who the other former Blue was that we lost that day in the plane crash, along with Dimitra? He was actually the first Russian that ever played on the Blues. Yeah, I did. We'll wait till some others come up. I don't know if you mentioned. There it is. I was just talking about him. Actually, there was a temporary survivor. He ended up dying a couple of days later, or 5 days later. Nobody survived that plane crash. Right? Bernie saying Big Walt deserves to be in the NHL Hall of Fame. I agree with that, but I also agree that Unger needs to be in there before Walt. All right. Hey, Robert, how you doing? Thank you for joining me today. I appreciate it. Roland, you're number one today. Thank you. First one to give me a like. I appreciate it, bud. Going to be a tough game today. I really don't know what to talk about. I don't, because if I say anything, I'm going to get blasted. I don't understand how we think in this town, or how we as Blues fans think, right? I watch. We were, God, the Stanley Cup ruined us. It absolutely ruined us. Right? And it's so obvious in the way that players react to current players, right? Oh my goodness, I don't know, man. I know, Roland. You're a great guy, man. I appreciate you so much, my friend. I really do. Um, the way I thought he actually died like 5 days later. I didn't think anybody survived the crash. Right? Maybe you're right. Maybe I am wrong. Okay. I thought Seov died in the flight. I really did. I apologize. I guess I misread things. I'm sorry for that. I really thought that he did not survive. I guess I was wrong. I apologize for that. Uh, okay, yeah, I was wrong. He was a flight mechanic. He wasn't a player. Flight mechanic. My bad. Misunderstood. Please forgive me. Um, yep, they were there last night at they accepted the award in his behalf. NHL players in the crash. Yeah, there were two Blues, former Blues that were in the crash. Igor Kolev was the other one. Uh, yeah, I was wrong. I misread it. Um, was McCrimmon one of? I don't know if McCrimmon ever coached for the Blues though. He might have. Oh, I appreciate it, Ryan. Thank you. Uh, yeah, McKinnon wasn't connected. I don't think he was connected to the Blues. He was an NHL player, yes. Hearing Brett right now. Oh, he was on like 4 or 5 teams. Yeah, he kind of cleaned his hair up. He's got a better haircut than what he used to have. That's for sure. Um, look, guys, let's just talk about whatever. It's whatever you want to talk about. Not my show today. It's your show. Whatever you want to talk about. Yeah, it was a very sad day, Robert. Very sad day. I was working second shift at the time. When I went into work that day, it really hit me as I went into work, and people couldn't understand how I was being affected by that. See, I don't think I got to see Pavel play. I may have got to see one game from him. The majority of the time that he played, I was stationed overseas, right? But I do remember the contract disputes that came up with him and how he felt about it. I know it really bothered him a lot. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Oh wow. Matt Park, Ryan Green, Roland Spink, thank you. Man, yeah, this is gonna be a tough show today. I know it. But you know what? It's great that the Blues started this Hall of Fame and they're doing it. Um, I've been a fan, like I've said, since the early '70s. 4, 5, 6 years old. I remember the games on KPLR on Channel 30. I remember being on Channel 30, watching them late at night, black and white TV with the little single headphone, the rabbit ears on it, having to tune the TV in. Yeah. um, wow, man. I'm seeing game. God, man, I don't know why they let Tarasenko go. Or man, they should have done something to keep Tarasenko. I hope he comes back. I really do. I hope he does. I seen it. I seen it. I seen it. I seen it. There you go. There you go. Yeah. I have a feeling this show's going to end here really, really soon. I just think that I'm doing this, and I originally started for my mental health, but the way some people have been telling me things and saying things that I don't know, I guess they win. Um, I'm really bothered by it. I'm really, really bothered by it, and it is what it is. I'm saying the Blues will kick the Caps if Washington plays like they did Thursday night. Neither team played well, but I have a feeling it will be different tonight. I guess we'll see. It's a special teams nightmare. The Caps looked almost slower than us. Yeah, the Caps didn't have a great special team, but we didn't defend it well either, and that had something to do with it. Well, I hope you're safe, bud. I hope you're okay. I really do, bud. I really, really do. No, they're showing when Bernie tells Mike. And by the way, Mike Liut was on this show. I got to do an interview with him. That was really a fun thing. It's not that just group. It's people that feel like I'm argument. Maybe I am. I'm argumentative. Maybe I'm a narcissist. Maybe I'm toxic. You know, and that's just something that it bothers me that people feel that way about me. It really does. It bothers me that people feel that way about me. Yeah, he was there. He got his jacket last night. That was when they first told him. That was when it first came out. He was in town. I forget. One of his clients was Mike Lewd is a agent now, and he had come in town and they'd asked him for do an interview, and that's when they told him. I'm saying we're better. We were the better team, although that ain't saying much. Yeah. We've been the thing is, Robert, I look at the team and I talk about this. You know, the old saying, can't see the forest for the trees, right? And it's you only see the little things, you don't see the big picture. I think so many people see the big picture and they don't see the things that make up that picture. And when you step back and understand what makes up that picture, you see the picture differently, right? And I relate it to the Truman Show. Have you seen the original poster for the Truman Show? Right? If you see that poster from a far enough distance, all it looks like is a picture of Jim Carrey. But as you get closer and closer to it, you realize that it is made up of thousands of pictures of still shots from the movie. Right? That there's so much that goes into it. And there's so much that goes into how a game is played. I think that Kairu, I hear so many, he doesn't play hard on the boards. He doesn't do this. He doesn't do that. What part of that's not his job don't you understand? You want him to be something he's not. And because he's not that, you're upset with him. That makes no sense to me. The guy led the team in points last season, and it wasn't good enough for you. He's third in or second in points, I think. I'm sorry, I'm getting frustrated, and I don't want to be. And I want this to be your show. I do not want this to be my show today. I want this to be your show. I'm just telling you what I think. Right? So, right? Kairu is tied for second in points, third in goals, and second in assists. Right? And it's not good enough. Uh-oh. Hi, Daniel. Welcome to the show, Daniel. Thank you. I thought that was somebody else. I thought that was a high school friend that jumped in. The way we look at Kairu, I don't understand it. And here it is. It comes from the cup. It really does. It comes from the way we won the cup, the different style of play, that the presumed style of play, that it was all defense. And it was a different team for one. But when it comes down to it, the game has changed. It has changed from that. That style of play will not win. You have to be offensive. You go look at now what numbers guys are putting up, right? Right now, let's look at where we're at. Hold on, I'm trying to pull something up. Right? Let's look right now. Leading in points is Nathan McKinnon with 77. Right? With 77. Oh, wow. Hey, Daniel, welcome from Germany. I think it's the first time I've had somebody from Germany on the show. Welcome. Yeah, I did, but now my opinion feels like it doesn't matter. But 47, that's almost a point and a half per game, right? Or more. Kucherov from Tampa Bay, 75 points in 45 games. Pastrnak, 64 points in 44 games. Right? Pastrnak is considered to be a two-way player. Panarin, 61 points. Miller. But these guys are offensive guys. Right? Kucherov is a -2. Panarin is a -4. Right? Rantanen with 60 points is +2. Brayden Point with 47 points. Point per player game. Point per player is -12. Right? And those are the type of things that I kind of look at. Right? They want. I'm telling you, Aaron. When it comes to Kyrou, he could have a hat trick and 3 assists, 6 points in a game. And if he missed a puck somewhere down the line, that's all they will focus on. That is all they will focus on. He's weak on this. He did this wrong. He did that wrong. Even the game after Berube was relieved of duties, when he had that great game, there were still people saying about bad things he did in that game. Right? Everybody jumped on Kyrou. I'll tell you what. This is where. Now, I was on Kyrou. I will admit, I was on Kyrou a bit. I was. But I also kind of seen things differently. Hey, JJ. How you doing, buddy? I was like on a fence with Kyrou, right? Everyone talks about contract. Oh, what they make. That's what I don't look at that. I do not look at contract. I really don't. Right? I don't. I don't look at contract like everybody else does. Ryan Marshall, Daniel Rios. I hope I said that right. Rios. Aaron Coulter, Matt Park, Ryan Green, Roland Spinks. Thank you. Eric Carlson last year for the Norris in -26. Yeah. Right? What I'm trying to get at, when the fan base flipped on Kyrou, and the fact that so many people thought that what Kyrou said was disrespectful, as soon as it came out, my first thing was, wow, he got set up. I saw that. And everyone that said what he said was classless, that wasn't even close to classless. Will be judged by that team and may not always agree with you, but GD, it's your right to say what you believe. What I can't stand is the people that no matter what, they only point out something negative. I mean, even in a 5-1 victory. I don't know what, I've been told I do that. Do you know what? Here's the thing. I have had people tell me that they will not watch a show because I'm too negative. And other people tell me I will not watch a show because I'm too positive. Right? My numbers are dropping. My numbers are because of me. I know that. I now realize that. People, I am beer. I am an acquired taste. Patrick Waugh back in the NHL. Yeah, I've seen that. It may be. You would think the way Blues fans are looking at this, first of all, I got to say, beginning of the season, did you believe this team was a playoff team? I didn't. So I'm not upset with where they're at. I think that they're actually ahead of where they should be. And you look at this, they're a 500 team and they're 26 in the league. Right now, points have not balanced themselves yet. They're going to balance themselves. But even last year, they were a point under 500 and 10th. 10th worst. Daniel says, I've been a Blues fan since 20 years ago. The fan base stand like a wall behind this team. I don't understand what happened now. It's crazy. And throw Kyrou under the bus. You're totally right. Let's stand together, guys, like a wall. I appreciate that. You know, it's whether or not I'm right doesn't matter. It's my opinion. It's my opinion. It's how I feel. And I don't want to say this person's. First of all, let me say this. I will. Maybe I haven't made this point before. You know I do this show, right? You know I do this show. Everything you say to me could be on this show. Unless you tell me something is off the record. Anything that you send me in a DM or something like that could be on this show. Anything. It's a topic of conversation. That is the way I look at it. If you don't want something that you say to me on this show, and I know people who have done this, tell me that. I don't want my name. I don't want this on the show. Dante talks to me all the time. All the time. We do not agree. Everyone thinks we agree. We do not. Trust me. Me and Dante's Inferno do not agree at all on a lot of points. However, I have talked about what Dante has said numerous times in private conversations, quote unquote private conversations, because they're topics for discussion. If Dante did not want me to say something, if Roland, who talks to me all the time, did not want me to, if Wendy did not want me to say something, they will tell me that. I also, if you talk to me in a private conversation, with very few exceptions, being people I know really, really well, will I ever mention your name? I will not mention your name. Unless you tell me it's okay, I will not mention your name. That is not who I am. That is not what I do. Yet I've been called out publicly numerous times by different people and get yelled at for mentioning it. Even what I just said, even the little bit I just said right now will be held against me. I guarantee it. Guarantee it. But that's that person's right. That is that person's right. To me, right? Let's put it this way. Hi, Doug. I love listening to Mike Liut. He was a great interview. If you didn't watch it, go search Mike Liut, Blue Note Fan Report. I love this organization, this team. That's all. That's only what I want to say. I loved your show, and I like your emotions. That's the way it is. Thank you, bud. I mean, I rub people the wrong way sometimes. Game hasn't started yet. It's an early pregame show due to the Hall of Fame inductions. So I came on when Fox Sports came on, or Bally Sports came on. Next commercial, I'm going to shift over to Hulu because I'm watching on cable, and it's on I might get a minute and a half delay. No problem, sir. Just letting you know. Look, what I know about hockey or what someone else knows about hockey, whatever, that's great. Your opinions are your opinions, right? And this all started over a post in a group when somebody else, I saw somebody else post about another player making more than Kyrou with worse numbers, and me kind of comparing the two, saying, wow, and you think Kyrou's contract is bad. That's what it all started off of. right? And then everything that I've said has been held against me, and that's fine. You're absolutely fair to do that. If I said something on this show, you have every right to hold that against me. Every single right. Uh-oh, who's laughing? Robert Murray. He thinks I'm funny or I'm dumb, one of the two. I think I've got everybody that put a thumbs up. I appreciate each and every one of you. If you're doing on YouTube, I appreciate it too. I just don't get to see who it is, so I can't say your name. I wish I could, but it is what it is. Wendy kind of takes over when he's here. He kind of covers YouTube for me. Him and one other guy, Matt Lowe. I haven't seen Matt Lowe in a while. I think Matt Lowe's mad at me too. But for me, I just want. I think you need to look at things from a different viewpoint. All right. I look so. Let's talk turnovers for a second. According to the majority of Blues fans, the Blues have an infinite number of turnovers. But when you go to the official stat, right, they're nowhere near that. So things that you count as a turnover may not be a turnover, right? And just because the other team, first of all, with Kyrou, one of the things with Kyrou, this is what I'm not seeing it. How many times have you seen Kyrou double teamed and nobody there to help him? Or he's all alone. What is he supposed to do? What is he supposed to do? Explain that to me. I've always been attacked for being too positive. I was so miserable that I couldn't say anything positive about this team. I would not be in the groups and probably stop watching. I can't understand the thinking on this. I really can't. The guy who commented on that post is the guy who told me I was based for saying how well Parayko was playing this year. Same guy. I think Parayko's played great this year. I really do. Has he lived up to his contract overall? No, not yet. Not yet, but he's getting there. He was injured. It has an effect. Right? To say Kyrou hasn't lived up to his contract is kind of hard for me. All right? First of all, it's the first year of that contract. The first year. And second of all, the expectation for this team from the organization was not high. Was not high. A lot of people feel like the Washington game was nothing but a lack of effort. I didn't see that. I saw the first period they were evened up. Second period they came out. Washington made an adjustment that the Blues didn't. If that's on the coach or the players, whoever it was, they didn't adjust. And then they allowed the refs started calling penalty. I mean, how many? They didn't play a lot of 5-on-5. That's why the second and third line, or the third and fourth lines, barely played. The third line barely played. Third line played less minutes than the fourth line. That's why I thought the third line was the fourth line. Right? The team, you look at the extra man, the goalie pulled, extra attacker. For the most part, I thought they did well. They didn't score. They had a couple of opportunities. This team is snake bit right now, and the confidence is falling away. I don't know what's going to bring it back. I don't know if any coach will bring it back. And yes, I'm saying that now. Right? Bannister has done a good job. I will say that. But you're playing these, and you got to remember, for a while there, we looked at this. We won 7 out of 10 points against East teams. And we thought things were great. All of a sudden, we think they're bad. So I struggle with that. Edmondson's playing tonight. Hopefully he doesn't get a hat trick on us. Look, O'Shea had a good game finally. He'd only had one goal against the Blues prior to that. Hold on. I know the answer. I want to double check and make sure I get it right. Right? The ones that I know right off the top of my head: Varna, Kapanen, Blaze, Sundqvist, Gaudette, and Scandella. There are a couple of minor league guys, but I don't think that they really matter. Pekka, I don't know that he gets re-signed, right? You know, what the Blues need more than anything else is a coach that can develop young players. You look at some of the young players that have left this organization and gone other places and thrived, it tells you that we did not do a good job of coaching or developing young players. And to me, that was Berube's downfall. That was absolutely Berube's downfall. Do you think we're going to be sellers, and who will be gone? I think everybody that is on a everybody. Oh, TG Oshie showed up at the Blues thing. Wow. That's pretty cool. Things kind of worked out right so he could go. On the last show, somebody said that like every major player was going to be gone. Buchnevich, Bennington, Saad, and so many others. And I don't see that. I don't see that. I don't see. If I say something, I'm going to get blasted for it, but he's probably not going to watch the show anymore, and it's a different guy. So I hope he watches the show. I hope him and his wife still watch the show. I really do. But I can't count on it. So it is what it is. Joel Hogan. I hope that's the Joel that I went to high school with. Jose Figueres, Robert Murray. Thank you. I don't think any of the guys that are more than a year will get traded. I really don't. I don't think Buchnevich gets traded. I don't think Saad gets traded. I don't think any of the defensemen get traded, except Scandella. I don't think Saad's had that good of a season. And the problem is, if you now here's the thing. Let's say the salary cap goes up $5 million next year. Let's just say that, okay? If you trade Saad, first of all, he's got 2 more years left, 24, 25, 25, 26. He also has a 12-team no-trade list. So he has a partial no-trade list. The team that you trade him to, first of all, has to either have that cap room or has to get rid of enough players to make up for that cap room. So you're going to have to eat a bad contract to get rid of this one. And then they've got to be willing to spend their salary cap next season, the raise, on that player. How many teams out there do you think are willing to do that? That is what I look at right there. I mean, but he's decent enough that he could get a contender and go to a contender as a third-line player. Well, if you go look at all the contenders, I get what you're saying. In a normal year, but pre-COVID, that made all the sense in the world. Post-COVID thinking, pre-COVID thinking doesn't work in post-COVID world. And unfortunately, I'm not dogging on you, bud, But what you're saying to me is pre-COVID thinking. When only a couple of teams spent to the cap and everybody else left room for that trade. Right now, over half the teams in the league damn it. I'm trying to look at this now. You have to, the cap is like 83 million, a little over 83 million, 83.5, I think, right? Not counting LTIR. Not counting LTIR. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. 25 teams are at 82 million or more, right? There are only 5 teams. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 teams below 80 million, right? The Coyotes are right at 80.1. Red Wings, 80.7, right? When you really look at what cap space is out there of contending teams, right? I'm looking at of contending teams. Not one has 5 million in cap space. Not one. I take that back. There is one. Maybe two. I see 2. With LTIR, there's 2. The Tampa Bay Lightning have 6 million. The Vegas Golden Knights have 5.5 million. Right? It is going to take 3 to 5 more years for these contracts to level off to where pre-COVID thinking comes back. Do I think we'll make the playoffs? No, I do not. Do I think that we will be in the conversation? Yes, I do. Todd is very streaky and had a crazy good playoffs 3 years ago, so he might be sought after. Again, to me, that's pre-COVID thinking, bud. Yeah. Well, again, 5 million coming in. So, if we miss the playoffs and we can move some of the long-term contracts, yes. That's the thing, guys. You're not going to move any of your long-term contracts. You're not going to move them. Shen, no trade clause, not giving it up. He's the captain. Falk, no trade clause, not giving it up. Krug, no trade clause, already denied it once. This, Robert, and God, I don't want to be argumentative, please. To me, in my opinion, that is pre-COVID thinking. You're not going to see that anymore. I don't think you can trade Krug. You can't trade him. And if you could, the teams that would take him, that he would go to, don't have the cap space. And if you, let's just, for example, say you're going to you find a team, a contender, that will take Krug, and Krug is willing to go to. You're going to have to take bad contract back. You're going to have to trade a bad contract for a bad contract. And with the amount of term that Krug has, you're probably going to have to eat part of his contract throughout that term. Hi, Sandy. How you doing? Let me do something here real quick. I've been talking to you guys. I forgot to do what I wanted to do. Right? I just think that you have to, the pre-COVID thinking doesn't work. No, you cannot put him on. You put him on waivers. You take just as much of a penalty, if not more. That's what I don't think people understand, right? And there's no. I mean, you try and put him on waivers, the NHLPA is going to stop you, right? There is nothing that makes him being able to be put on waivers. Nothing. I am absolutely 100% positive of that. Right? That you would not be able to put him on waivers. Well, here's the thing. The opportunity to help him scratch him has been there. No one's going to do it. They don't see. I don't think that the coaching staff and the hockey operations see him as negatively as fans do. Team would get a good shot at the cup. Krug wouldn't go to Philly, but who would? Philly's a hell of a team. All hypothetical, but the team matters. The money probably shuts it down, though. And that's what I've been trying to get at. We are wearing the third jersey a lot lately. Well, it's a couple special games coming up. We normally wear it on Saturdays. I think we always wear it on the weekend. I think he was injured. I think that's why he didn't use that big shot. Right? If you feel I'm being argumentative today, I want you to tell me. If I am being opinionated, I want you to tell me. Rein me in. I'm asking for your help. I'm absolutely positively asking for your help today. All right, we can do a quick out-of-town scoreboard. There's some games going on. Some have already finished. Lightning 3-1 over the Sabres. Avalanche 7-4 over the Flyers. Coyotes 3-2 over the Predators. Jets in overtime clips the Senators 2-1. Canadians are up 2-1 on Boston with 2:32 to go in the first. With about 4:30 to go in the first, Dallas is up 1-0 on the Devils. And the Canucks at the end of one are up 3-0 on the Maple Leafs. Not sure where my fantasy team is. Ah, damn it. I needed Wedgwood to start today, and he didn't. Ouch. Oh, I needed him in. Really needed him to start today. Oh, well. Got Bennington starting, so hopefully he has a decent game tonight. I don't think the other guy's going to get his 2 goalies, so I'm going to get all the goalie points no matter what. I should, at least. Need goals and assists today. Lots of goals, lots of assists. All right, that's what I'm hoping for. Where are we at here? Ryan says, yep, I said that. Thoughts on Letty this season? Mediocre. B maybe, B minus. Canada's team is losing bad. How many now is it for the Oilers? 11-0, something like that. They are on a. They are just kicking it, guys. I mean the coaching change absolutely worked for the Oilers, right? They play the Caps tonight, or play the Flames tonight. I looked at that wrong. They play Calgary tonight, a little bit later. Right. That was the thing. So everyone, when you look at that game, do you realize that the last 2 games we've lost on bad goals? Really? In all actuality, that's what we've lost on fluke goals. And that's what people don't seem to understand, at least in my opinion. Right? Edmonton Oilers have won 12 straight. They are 12-0-0 in their last 12. 12 straight. Wow. I heard someone complain, oh, we could have kept Charlie Lindgren. He would have done great here. No, he wouldn't have. That's how I think. Jose says, how would you grade Dave Bannister as head coach so far? Solid B. Solid B. The one difference that I see for him, with one exception, is when he does a press conference, from what I've seen, he always ends it on a positive note. There is one game where he didn't, where I think he should have, but for the most part, he ends it on a positive note. He will talk bad first and then positive last. So the last thing that comes out of his mouth is something positive. That is the opposite of what Berube did, and I think that's the biggest difference right now. Yeah, great for him, but we didn't have room for him. We didn't have room for him or Husso, and it made no sense to keep either one. If I was either one, I wouldn't have signed in St. Louis, no matter how much they offered me. Right? You offered me $4 million to be in the minor leagues and not see it, or I can take $2 million and go actually play. Right? So that's how I feel about it, guys. I know maybe I'm an idiot. Who fucking knows? Right? Sandy Gardner, Jose Figueres, thank you. Thank you so much. I'll find out something here real quick. Yeah, I think he unfriended me. Yeah. Oh well. That's the thing that. Oh well. Nothing I can do about it. It bothers me, but nothing I can do about it. Is what it is. Sorry, guys. We'll see here. Interesting seeing Amazon buying TV rights for some teams. Yeah, that is. The one thing, you know what the NHL needs to do? They need to get rid of the damn blackouts. They get rid of the blackouts. Yeah. What I miss? Is what it is, man. I'm not arguing with anybody today. At least I'm trying not to. Blues are live in German Sky Spirit TV. That's cool, man. I know in different countries there are different rules. Here, Bally is you're probably getting the Bally feed. I mean, that's the main feed. Jamie, between the benches, almost puck drop. They're going to have Pavel's family, Walt, and man, I'm lost. And the goalie, man, I can't think of his name right now. Dropped the puck. Scandella's in today. Scandella Della. I put that in there. I hope it was the. I hope they show the Hall of Fame stuff before they've been showing it. They've already shown a lot of it. They've been showing a lot of it, bud. Been showing a lot of it. Hold on. Yeah, I think he blocked me. Yeah, I think somebody. Oh well, it is what it is. Nothing I can do about it. You know. I know that shit shouldn't bother me. I know absolutely it shouldn't bother me, but it absolutely does. It bothers me something absolutely, completely fierce. I'm looking for something, guys. Just give me a little bit. Give me a moment. Bear with me as I'm trying to figure something out. Yep. Oh well, nothing I can do about it anymore. Oh man. Where are we at? Okay. Where are you going? One last thing. I live 65 mile. I have Charter Spectrum, and I never had a game blacked out. Never. That's because you're watching it. So if you tried to watch it on, the blackouts are coming for when you use, like, if you tried to use center ice, you could not watch the Blues game. If you tried to stream it on ESPN, you could not watch the Blues game. It would be blacked out there. Because you have Bally Sports on Charter Spectrum, you don't get the games blacked out. There's a difference there. That's what I mean there. Hopefully we'll get a win for Hall of Famers night. I don't remember if we won last year on it. Watching the game. What's bothering you? Just a lot of things. Sometimes it'll take a minute to figure it out. We will wait. Thank you. Any of your friends that have DirecTV, the app allows me to watch a lot. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, like, you cannot stream the game in the St. Louis area, right? You cannot. And if the game is on national TV, you can't stream the game, right? If it's a TNT game, you can't stream the game. You have to watch it on TNT. So that's the thing that changes it. You know, if it was just cable, I mean, I remember the old days, but it is what it is. Robert, you're actually still within that what's considered the St. Louis viewing area. You're still in that zone. Right now, if you went on ESPN Plus and tried to watch the game, it would tell you it was blacked out. Here we go. Tom Calhoun. Yeah, it looks it will. Yeah, this was yeah, they are absolute. This special night they were going to be full. Gary Younger's in town. That's cool. I actually have some tickets to give away to a game in March, a Saturday game in March. Not all inclusive, but a pair of tickets to give away. I'm trying to figure out how to do it. Right? Thank you to the 8 that are watching. David A. Thank you. You can watch the Hall of Fame induction on YouTube, on the Blues YouTube channel. I was going to bring this up, and we could talk about it during the game. Who is the first Blue from the 2019 team that will be inducted in the Blues Hall of Fame? I think I know, but I'm not 100% sure. I don't think he's been retired long enough yet, but I kind of think he'll be the first one. Okay, have a good one. I'm certain I know, Guy, you're talking. And on him, you made up my mind. Thanks. Don't block anybody from me, right? I don't block people. I don't care what you say. I don't block people. I will tell you this. Not too long, a few years back, I had some groups, people that were really important to me, start blocking me, and it really affected me negative. I mean, it really affected me negative. I got kicked out of groups and a whole bunch of groups for things, and I'm not going to say it wasn't deserved. Some of it was, but it just put blocking me from friendship and telling me they didn't want to talk to me anymore and things like that. That stuff really affected me. And no matter what, I will not block people. There are people I had absolute every right to block, and I haven't. And I won't, because I don't know what that person's mental state is or where it might go. And that's why I don't block people. Right? I just don't do it. There's very, very, very few people that I block. Very few. Right? Well, apparently so am I. So according to him, I'm negative about everything. Keep the blocking on ice, yeah. Here's the Dimitra family. I actually think I did get to see Dimitri play once. You think Petrangelo? I think someone else will be. I think someone else will go first. I really do. Well, Robert, I stay here. Oh, you're that. I thought I misread that. Right? Oh, they're having TJ Oshie. That's cool. Nope. It'll be somebody before Vladdy. I really do think it'll be somebody else. You think long and hard about it, it'll come to you. Here's Dimitri's wife dropping the puck. Oh, she really dropped that puck. Yeah, there you go. That's exactly who I think it'll be. I think it'll be Bouwmeester. I think he played enough time with the Blues. And the fact that he won the Stanley Cup, that was one of the things. I think that it will more than likely be him first. It could be. I could see him and Steen getting it at the same time. I really could, but I don't remember, according to the Blues Hall of Fame, how long you have to be retired before you can be in. I'm glad the Blues had him come here. But I do think it's going to be J-Bo. I really do. I can look something up here. Here we go. Give me a second. I'm looking here. I'm trying to find it. Okay. Criteria. At least 3 seasons or 200 games played in the BlueNote. Includes regular season and playoffs. Officially retired from the NHL. Demonstrated exceptional attributes in the area of playing ability, sportsmanship, character, and contribution to Blues. Won a Stanley Cup or a major NHL award during their tenure with the St. Louis Blues. I could see Bouwmeester and Steen both being on the list here very shortly. Blues alumni. I'm just looking at some things here. So, the game started, by the way. That's cool, bud. That's cool. Yeah, I hope so. Oh, I thought that shouldn't have been an icing. I could have been wrong. I thought it got tipped by a Blue. Yeah, I seen that. It was pretty cool. Oh, lost that one pretty bad. Scrum, scrum, scrum. Oh, loose puck in front. Oh, they are scrambling right now. Blues are scrambling. Oh, Pareko, that should have gone back. Should not have gone forward. It looks like the Capitals on a power play, and it's 5-on-5. Looks like a penalty on the Blues, and it might be a 4-minute. I love Jeremy Boyer's organ playing. Got it. 2 minutes. Hi, Tammy. This is scary, man. Gave him an early power play. They tore us up in the last game. This will tell you what's. Let's give you an idea how this game's going to go. Oh no! Oh! Wow! Wow! Pareko with a shorty! Oh, I thought he was going to pass that. What a goal! What a goal by Pareko! Wow! Wow! Beats Lindgren. Nice little snapshot. That's 10. Oh, nice stick work, Bushnevich, but he's all by himself. But you're killing time on the power play. That's what's important. Kill that time. Feels so good. Feels so right. Put it in the back of the net on a Saturday night. Bushnevich clears it. Clearing it. Taking some time away. Feels so good, feels so right, putting it in the back of the net on a Saturday night. I said Torpachenko reminded me of Tarasenko. I've said that before, and that some of his shot, and I got that used against me. But I mean, that's how I feel about it. That, you know, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Yep, a shorty. Short. Got 15 seconds. Oh, here we go. Oh, offside. Oh, man. Torp kind of messed that one up. Oh, maybe it was Hayes that messed that up. No shots against. Wow, that's good. I don't think Thomas touched that one. If he did, that's a oh, he did. I got a shorthanded point. I got a shorty. I got a shorthanded point. I needed that. Got an assist and a shorthanded point. Needed that. Took a category away from him. Oh, he's got no goaltenders playing. So I'm going to win all the goal. I'm going to win the goaltender no matter what. Yeah, I like him too. I've got one. I've got a Tarasenko one. Shots are 2-1 in favor of the Caps, but oh, that was a bad pass. Got it back. Oh, Buchnevich right there. Good shot. Parayko had it slip by his stick. Carlson's shot gets blocked. Oh, Parayko, that was not a good puck decision there. Torp took that shot wide. Oh, Wedgwood did start today. Yay! Good, 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 good. Good hustle in there. Yeah, they are flying, bud. I seen a thing from Luke Corrick today where he said something about the Blues passing when not shooting. Right? He put that out in an article. And then here, he just puts out a tweet. Buchnevich just had a great chance stopped in the slot by Lindgren. And Torpachenko had Sunquist on a 2-on-1 but chose to shoot. You said in the article today that they weren't shooting enough. They were going for passes instead of shooting. Oh my goodness. Real, unreal. Unreal. 12 likes. Thank you, Kyle Mead. I haven't seen Alaska Kyle for a while. No, it's the media here constantly plays into the negativity. Why even say that he shot instead of passed? You're trying to create negativity. Nah, I've told you that before. He's not going to play wing. That's not his game at all. We've talked about that, Jason. Oh, nice little poke check by Neighbors there. Uh-oh, Shagalicious is here. Hey, Shaggy. Three on one. Nobody there to help him out. Gaudette finally came in, but still, it was 3-on-2. Oh, you guys got a late game? Got a penalty kill coming up. Oh, yep, you got the Kings tonight. And there we go. Well, 2 high sticking penalties so far this game, 1 on each side. I didn't take a hard high stick, but he took one. When you don't expect it, that can, yeah. See if the power play can do something this game. Penalty kill already did. Oh, Kyrou had it slip off his stick. Dang it. Okay, now make it work. Oh, I saw Kyrou get in front of the net, even though apparently he never gets in front of the net. Shen, nice drive on goal. 3 men on the puck in the corner. That's something you don't see enough from them. Oh, he tried to get that off of Lindgren's mask there. Oh, it was too weak to Hayes. Krug, nice shot on goal. Oh, that penalty power play looked better, but it needs to be effective. You guys, anybody watching? Oh man, no. I guess I'm just gonna talk for me now. Oh well, it is what it is. They'll go away. Oh well. How quickly things turn. Oh, man, I just screwed up. Hey, Robert, how you doing, bud? He's got that. Kyrie's also got that streak going of shots per game. You know, a shot every game, at least one shot a game. Don't think he's had a shot yet this game, though. Nope, he's had a block. Oh, they dropped. Well, Kairu's, I guess, maybe skating with the wrong line. Yeah. Kairu got a shot there. No, he's got two shots now. I was wrong. Oh, that was a high stick. That should have been called. That was a got touched with a high stick from the goalie. Like a good neighbor, Jake was there. Gaudette's being active on the puck. I'll see that. I say that so far. Really active on the puck. I can't find the puck. Bear had it stuck up in his equipment. He hadn't scored a goal in the NHL in a couple of years. I don't think he. I know he played with Chicago. I don't think he scored with them either. And they're in lanes tonight. They are in the lanes. Oh, getting Kyrie didn't get a good shot off there. Trying to do a look-off shot. Krug went high and wide. High and wide, high and wide. My shot was high and wide. Mike Liute. I don't know why I couldn't say that. I'm looking for something here. I have to do it this way. Da-da-da. No, that didn't. I know I interviewed him. There it is. Oh, it's because I spelled it wrong. I spelled it differently. I mean, nobody's. I don't know if anybody's paying attention to me, so. Damn, why am I fucking this up? I don't know, maybe my internet's all messed up today. I'm not sure. So here's the interview I did with Mike Liute. You can go watch it. Another whistle. Shots are 8-3 in favor of the Blues. Woo-hoo-hoo. Anybody here? Is anybody watching me? I see 9, but nobody talking. Robert May is. Hi, Robert. Aaron is. Hi, Aaron. Oh, Thomas just missed one. A few of them. Lingre made a big save there. Glove save, Bob Bennington. Oh, I got 2 shorthanded points. Oh, that's right. I had one earlier in the year. That's why. There was a hold there that can get called. Oh, that was bad, Letty. Parayko's stick has been really active this game. That's like the 3rd puck that he's knocked out of midair. Final minute of the first. Caught Kyrie's skate there. Yeah, it happens. I stay in as close as I can. Oh, Sonny, nice pass there. Nice pick off there. Oh, Gaudette! Oh, Gaudette just missed snacking it in there. No, it's not the streaming distance. It's how you stream it. It's just that has a lot to do with it. Because if I watch it on cable, I'm like at a 2-minute delay, and if I watch it on ESPN, I'm at about a 30-second delay. Solid first period for the Blues. Solid first period. Yeah. Robert, you're kind of watching it the same way I am, so it just depends on a few different things. I don't think it's streaming distance per se, but it could be. What would you guys think of that first period? 11 shots so far. We look more dominant. They played well. They played really good. Power play looked okay. The penalty kill, I mean, that's what hurt us in the last game. Special teams, and special teams right now has been the reason that it's 1-0. 5-5. They've had some solid chances. For whatever reason, they had a bad game. That's what I felt. But who am I? Who am I to say? Shots were 12-5 in favor of the Blues. At least that's what the score sheet says. Washington had 18 attempts, 5 shots. The Blues had 12 shots and 24 attempts, if I'm reading that right. Yeah, 24 attempts. I mean, that's right there, the difference in the game, kind of. Hits. Blues had 6. Caps had 2. Caps didn't have any giveaways. Blues had 5. Saying to all, and if you want to know who had the giveaways, Bennington had 2. Parayko had 1, and Letty had 2. Takeaways. The Blues had 7. Caps had 6. Caps blocked 8 shots. Blues blocked 6. And is that right? Yep, a couple of posts there. And face-offs are 5-8. Well, 8-5 in favor of the Capitals, 62% to 38%. Absolutely. I can't wait to see if they show offensive zone time numbers. Right? Offensive possession time. Let's get back here. First penalty came at 2:15. Adam Gaudette for high sticking. And then 22 seconds later, Thomas and Parayko. Thomas gets a pass over to Parayko, who knocks the stick out and then flies up the line and just buries one from the top of the circle. And, it's Chris Thompson. It's the Catman. Catmandu. Hey, Catmandu. You still have that, I seen that on your thing, your fundraiser. Is that still going on, Catmandu? I'm looking for something. I don't know what I'm looking for. Oh, no. There it is. Oh, hey, Lance, man.
Hey.
Hold on a sec. I'm trying to do like 9 things at once, and I'm not good at it. So, hey, if you are one of those cat people and you want to help a cat rescue, Chris Thompson here, I'm showing his post, has a cat rescue here called Lucky Paws. They have a fundraiser. They're trying to get $2,000. They're really close, like within 500. If you can help, please help. Chris does great work here in Hawaii, has his own cat rescue set up. So I love it. You know what, Jose? I wish they did do that. I really do. Right? What do you think on that one there, Lance?
No, because you're penalizing the team that you're penalizing the team that had the power play. They should have a power play to score because of a penalty. You're basically saying you can give away a penalty, and if you score, we're not going to give them their power play. No, I don't like it at all.
I disagree. I think it strengthens the power play. It puts a little more defense into the game, and not only that, it puts a little more offense into the game too. Because now, I mean, if you've got a team that's really good on the power play and you can get that shorthanded goal, you make the power play go away. Right? I like it. I really do.
But that doesn't gain any offense for the team on the power play, is what I'm saying. You are penalizing the team that got the power play. You don't penalize anybody when a penalty is called against you. Guy comes up and hits your guy in the face with a stick, and the other team gets a goal, and all of a sudden, whoops, sorry, they scored a shorthanded goal. You don't get to be out there. I don't like it at all.
Well, I mean, your opinion, my opinion.
Yep.
I'll tell you the one rule that I would like to see. Yeah, I did. I screwed up. Today's supposed to be the agree show. I agree with everything today. I agree with your point, but I think that I like the idea. How's that sound? Does that work? Right? David caught me. You got me, David. One thing that I'd love to see him do is on a penalty shot. Is if you miss the penalty shot, you get a 1 minute power play. Right? That right there would really eliminate a lot of the stuff that happens on breakaways, but it also would make things more exciting. I think you would see things get more exciting if that was the case. I get that. I get it, but at the same time, you know, if you go and get a goal and then you end up giving one up on the power play, what good does getting the goal do, you know? No problem, man. Well, I'll help anytime I can with you, bud. luckypaws.org/donate. If you're interested in adoption, they ship kitties to St. Louis. They do. If you want a cat, by ending a power play when it's a shorthanded goal is made now eliminates that punishment. If you don't want to get scored on shorthanded, don't commit fouls. No, I think you got it. The team that gets the shorthanded goal is the one that committed the foul, not the other way around. I think I mean I understand. I do understand Lance's point. I get it, but at the same time,
All right.
I don't know.
Let's say that there's a penalty and it's a 4-minute penalty. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You've got a 4-minute penalty. You give up a shorthanded goal 35 seconds into your power play. They take that away from you? No, because
they take 2 minutes away. A 4-minute penalty is always a double minor. It's not its own. Now, the only place that I don't see that working is a 5-minute major.
It's never going to happen. They're not going to do that. Never going to happen.
I see it on a 2-minute minor. I'd be honest. I'd like to see him have 1-minute minors. I'd like to see some of these infractions be 1 minute. And I'd like to see there be a better, like roughing. Roughing to me should always be 4 minutes. Right? I would love to see some changes in how they do it. Oh, wow. There you go, There you go, Chris. There you go, Chris. And Jose's from St. Louis. Both of you guys are friends of mine. I've been to Jose's comedy shows. Maybe you guys can hook something up together. How's that sound? And I know Jose's a cat person. Oh, so what was your impression of the first period, Lance?
I thought at times the Blues played pretty well. They kept the puck in the offensive zone. I don't think it was a great game, but they played well. I think you can definitely tell that neither one of these teams are top teams in the league. Oh, Ovechkin looks like a different player this year. I've watched him in a bunch of games. I don't know if his age has caught up with him because it can happen fast. You can be good one year and score 30, 40 goals, and the next year you score 7. It happens really fast in this game for a lot of guys, and he just does not look the same. And they've got so many different players over the last couple of years. It's not the same Capitals team from 2 or 3 years ago, and they're just trying to build on a few things. And the Blues have got a young team too. They're trying to get these young guys some
The
playing
Blues
time.
are the Caps are an aging team.
Yeah, the Caps are an aging team.
The Blues are for the most part a very young team.
Yeah, for the most part. Yep.
I mean, we've only got a couple of players that are over the age of 30. Ovi's supporting cast has changed too much, and you might be right there. Didn't Backstrom just retire, or somebody just retired that was like really big for him? I think it was Backstrom, wasn't it?
I know somebody did. It might have been Backstrom because I didn't notice him in the game today.
Yeah, I think it was Backstrom that retired. Pretty sure it was Backstrom.
Can I ask a question? And I mean, I know why it's being done because of the way the Blues think.
Yeah.
Why in the heck is Oscar Sundquist on one of the power play units? I'm sorry. He doesn't deserve to be on a power play unit. Find somebody else to take that spot because he does not make your power play stronger. He doesn't.
Backstrom is on the IR, and the only reason he's on the power play is because the power play's been so bad. Why not? Power play's been so bad. Why not?
You're just making it worse. You're just making a change to make a change to make it worse.
Oh, no, because that's an automatic goal, man. That's an automatic goal there, David. You pull the goalie and take a man down. Yeah, you're. Or even if you made it a pulled goalie where it was 6-on-5, but they had 5-on-5 on the ice with the goalie pulled. Yeah, it would be over very quickly. Right, teams would have like an 80% power play ratio. Right. Get in front of the net and pick up garbage. I saw Kyrou in front of the net trying to pick up garbage a couple of times, even though according to some people, he never does that. Wow, 16 likes today. How did that happen? Michael Edwards, Ashley Jones, JJ, Robert Mead, thank you. Kyle Mead, thank you. Oh, a couple of guys going at it in the stands. I don't know if that's brother and brother or brother. Oh, they're going at it heavy. Wow. You see that?
No.
Offensive zone possession time, 240 for the Blues, 127 for the bad guys. Hi, Gina. I hope Jason isn't too mad at me. I know he's upset, and I please tell him I'm asking for forgiveness. I'm begging for forgiveness. Robert May says, look at the possession time. Yep, I did, bud. Blues have chances 24-18. Yeah, that's what I said earlier, I think. So, even got some love from Gina. Thank you, Gina. You didn't have to do that, but I appreciate it. Thank you. I'm trying to be a different person. I'm trying to not be so negative, trying to not be argumentative, trying not to upset people and have a different opinion than the majority of the Blues fans because they know what's right. Yes, I said that facetiously. I don't want to talk about it, but did you see what happened in that group?
No, you took it down before I could see.
All right. So am I. That's the thing, right? And I don't mean to be argumentative. Maybe I argue just to argue. I don't know, but sometimes I have, for people that know me, that I know, I have always opened the door for you to come on the show and debate me. Always. The door is always open. All you got to do is ask. And when guys just want to type it and I have the advantage of being able to talk, it makes a difference. And I apologize for that, but I do the best I can. AE, thank you. Maybe Sonny's on the power play because they've been practicing with him more. Possible. I don't know. He's not a great power play guy, but with the bad as the power play is now, I make changes and things like that. I post basically there was a thing about Timo Meyer and his contract this season, $8.8 million, and his stats, and they are much worse than Kyrou's. And Kyrou makes 8.1, and I posted it and said, "Look, Kyrou's contract's not as bad as you think it is," and I got roasted for it. And I'm going to leave it at that. Don't want to say anything more. That's not a bad idea, actually. What's not a bad idea? What did I say that's not a bad idea? Same here, Gina. Absolute same here. I have been following the Blues since like 75. I don't know. I don't know what to do with the power play right now. All right. I talked about it pregame. I started watching the Blues in probably 74, 75. I had a little black and white TV with you remember the single headphone, little white earpiece you put in? You remember that, Lance?
Yep, sure do.
Right? Like 10 foot long or something?
Yep.
Put that in. And the games were on channel 30 for a while.
Yep.
I remember when the games were on channel 30 and then they moved over to channel 11.
Yep.
You had to use the top dial, the UHF dial, to get channel 30. You had to put your bottom dial on 3 and turn the top dial to 30, if I remember correct.
Anybody under 35 is going, huh? UHF?
Yeah. Remember? Oh, do you remember the Weird Al Yankovic movie?
Oh, that's a great one.
UHF, right?
Yeah,
it was pretty funny. That was one that. See, I'm not a big comedy fan, especially when it's comedy for comedy's sake, right? When it comes to movies, and I know Jose's like Will Ferrell. I can't stand Will Ferrell, right?
You know what?
I
I can see that guy. I can really see it because he gets on my nerves in certain movies. There's like the one movie I was telling you about where he has a narrator to his life, where he was walking down the street.
Yeah. In real life.
Yeah,
that's not
a bad.
Stranger Than Fiction. That's it.
Stranger Than Fiction. That's not a bad movie, but all them other ones, it's the same thing over and over again.
Oh, Bushnaven's got his stick broken. Bennington still made the save. All right. So, Gina, please tell Jason I apologize, and we'd love to see him come back. That's all I'm asking.
And I'm hoping that people, including Jason, realize that, when we're on a show and you and I argue or argue on Facebook, it's not argumentative out of hate. And I really don't look at it as an argument. I look at it as just you being passionate about your opinion and me being passionate about my opinion. And we could both be right in a way and we could both be wrong, or one of it's right and one of it's wrong.
Absolutely. I mean, I don't see the hate on Kyrou. I don't. Right? I'll defend him. I defend him left and right, and I get destroyed for it.
Oh, I do too. There's a certain person on Twitter that after he had bid on him every game this year, and then he gets that hat trick, and I couldn't get him to respond. Oh, I'm out of town. I can't do nothing. Yeah, right.
Yeah. Right. No, I see that a lot.
And you know what?
Even after the hat trick, right? The game after Berube was after he got
and what he said, yep,
messed up by Rutherford.
Yep.
Right. There were people talking about him not being hard on the puck.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like he can never. I said it before. He can score 3 goals, 3 assists, and
nobody's happy
about him missing a puck.
Yeah, and the thing about it is, just like the Tarasenko thing, What started it all? This media in town has gotten people to be against Cairo.
Yep,
And
absolutely.
it's
Well,
more than one.
today,
It's more than one guy.
yeah. Well, today,
Yep.
one of the reporters put out an article talking about the Blues passing up on shots and passing.
Yep.
Then puts a thing in that Alexandrov took a shot instead of passing on a tweet.
I know.
Wait a minute. You just wrote an article saying they weren't shooting enough. Now you're admonishing them for taking the shot.
It's just like the other night when a certain person that writes for the hockey, the NHL, says at the time this was the stat. Krug and Falk -3, and it's well deserved. So after the game, I said, "Wait a minute, Thomas, Shin, and this other player were -2. Was that well deserved?" And you could have heard the crickets. No response at all.
Oh yeah, I know that person won't respond. If he doesn't like you, he will not respond.
And he don't like.
Nothing
like
you
me.
say will ever be responded to.
Yep, he don't like me.
Yeah.
Which is
Where we
fine with me.
watching the game, talking to you. Look, guys. Believe it or not, I don't hate anybody. Right? I don't hate anybody, and I'm a fan. I've been a fan for a long time. I understand. I think I understand the game differently. That's all. And
Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing, guy. And this is not a knock on fans. A lot of fans see the end result of a play. They don't see how that play broke down. Let's say Cairo had a puck, went to pass it, and nobody was there. Well, maybe they didn't see the fact that the guy wasn't paying attention to him passing it and the puck got stolen. That all people are there's a play on the other end of the ice, and Cairo gets the puck, and there's 3 guys on him, and they get the puck away from him. And then let's say Parayko could have made a play on it, and he didn't. They blame it on Cairo. People don't see the whole play and the whole game.
I said it in that post that 80% of Cairo's quote unquote turnovers are because he's double teamed, or there's nobody there to support him.
Yeah.
What is he supposed to do at that point?
And I'll agree.
That's the thing that people don't see.
Yeah, I think we'll all agree. Does he need to improve defensively? Yes. Yep. I would agree with that. But is he this terrible defensive guy? I mean, you brought out Timo Meyer, and I fully agree with that. I totally agree with that. You know, you cannot.
Delayed penalty here.
Yeah.
Oh, Cairo! What a move by Cairo! I'm surprised they didn't stop the play.
That was
God, that almost went in the net.
Yep.
Yeah, the Blues finally touch it. That was what a move by Cairo. But that's him not playing defense right there.
Yep.
They will not mark that.
Nope.
Cairo haters will not look at that at all. They won't see that play at all.
He never goes after the puck.
Never goes after the puck.
And he never battles. I've watched him battle at least 4 times in this game in the corner for the puck against 2 guys.
Oh, I know. And they say they don't. Oh yeah, that got him. Oh, but he held the stick. This is the play. This is what I have a huge issue with. Gaudette had a stick up there, but the offensive player puts his hand on Gaudette's stick, holding it. That is embellishment. The NHL needs to start calling that. And what's worse is when they clamp their arm down on the stick.
Yeah.
That was holding the stick. That was the other player holding the stick. That's not getting called. That should have been incidental minors.
I'm going to tell you, when a guy puts his arm on your stick and you've got it around his body, it's harder than hell to get it back.
Yep. And they hold it there until the
ref sees it. Yep.
As soon as the ref calls it, they let go of it.
And you know what, Guy? I saw that start to happen about 2 or 3 years ago. It never used to be common. It's common all the time now.
Because it didn't get called. The players started noticing it. It wasn't going to get called as holding the stick. It wasn't going to get called as an embellishment, which is what it is.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. They are aggressive on the power play tonight. Or the penalty kill. They are aggressive.
Yeah, they look pretty good.
Yeah, they are a lot. They were sitting back on the last one. They are not sitting back on last game. They were sitting back, not this time. Can you believe this is the first home and home we've had all season? I think this is the only one we have.
I know. When I heard that, I'm like, no, that can't be.
Yeah.
And then I looked it up, and I'm like, yeah, that is.
And I think it might be the only one.
I haven't looked at the
might have one
schedule.
more, but I think it's the only one.
Yeah.
Used to have home and homes all the time.
Yeah. One thing I will definitely say, you and I have different opinions on Toropchenko, but I really like him on the penalty kill, and I like him on that fourth line when it comes time to get gritty. You know, he's that type of player. And one thing I can say about the guy, I don't remember a game where I thought after the game was over, man, Toropchenko didn't show up. I don't think I've ever thought that.
Yeah, I remember I've compared Toropchenko to Tarasenko a little bit, especially in the way he plays with his shot when he does shoot.
Yeah,
and I got that held against me.
He's got a good shot.
Yeah. One shot, 0 for 2. Good penalty kill there.
Hey, I was listening to a Red Wings game the other day, and then I started watching it, and the announcers were talking about what a great player Klim Kostin is and how he's really helped them. And then I see somebody in Edmonton say, we need Klim Kostin back. And I'm like, oh God, that experiment didn't work out here.
Well, there's an obvious reason why Klim Kostin didn't work out here.
Yep.
Right? Obvious reason why Klim Kostin didn't work out here.
And
why Dakota Joshua didn't work out here.
Yep.
Why Charlie Lindgren didn't work out here. Why
well, the reason they didn't re-sign Lindgren is he wanted at least 2 years, and they knew they had Hoffer coming up, and they didn't want to keep Hoffer down in the minors.
Yeah, Lindgren wasn't staying here. Lindgren. Well, you know what players do a lot of times? They don't want it to be made to look like they always say it's not about the money. So they will make oh, fuck. Wow, that was close. So they'll put something out there that makes it look like the team is the one that didn't want to do the contract. I mean, it's exactly what Perron did.
Yep.
And I've heard so many people say, oh, Perron left. We didn't sign Perron. Perron, we let Perron go.
Yeah, I get that all the time. And and everybody says, well, Perron said it, so it must be the truth. Are you stupid?
Yeah. Right. Perron was asked a yes/no question and clarified it. He clarified it.
Yep.
When you clarify a yes/no question, that means whatever the clarification was, it was the other answer.
It was the other answer. That's right.
Right.
Yeah.
Did they offer you a contract? Not formally. Oh!
Not formally.
There we go.
Yep.
5-on-5 from Shin. So the answer to that question is yes, they did offer you a contract. You and your agent decided not to negotiate with you. There's the difference. That's what wasn't said.
I understand people wanting him back, but what gets me is when I tell them they only had 4 and he wanted 4.4 or 4.5. Well, they could still sign him. No, they can't.
Well, it's like what's gotten me in trouble here a lot lately is a lot of people are like, trade this guy and we're going to end up trading all these guys. We're going to, Shen needed that, really.
You mean are you talking about the guy that I reposted on Twitter about Facebook? He basically named 9 guys that needed to be traded.
No, well, I don't know. I didn't see that.
Yeah, there was like 9 players, including Parayko and Bennington.
Well, and I don't want to say the guy's name or whatever, but he mentioned a lot of guys, and I talked about this a little bit in the pregame. A lot of what you guys are talking about is pre-COVID moves. They did that stuff pre-COVID, and it made sense then. Trading a guy with 2 or 3 years left on his contract in a COVID era doesn't make sense anymore. It doesn't work. Right now, 26 teams are spent to the cap or within $1 million of the cap.
Mm-hmm.
If you're going to trade a guy like Saad, who has 2 more years after this year at $4.5 million per, in order to trade him, you're going to have to take another $4.5 million bad contract in return for possibly the same amount of time.
That's right.
if you are taking that on, that $4.5 million that you're now taking is the $5 million that was supposed to be added to the cap next season that now you don't have. Right? And that's where, when you look at I don't think anybody with more than a year left on their contract. I just think some of the RFAs and the UFAs are the ones that are going to get traded. Right? And you look at it, of all the guys we traded last season, how many of them stayed on the team that they were traded to?
Yep.
How many? Do you I know the answer. Do you?
I don't think it's any from what I can recall.
One guy re-signed with the team he was traded to.
I know that O'Reilly didn't. I know that Achari didn't.
Yeah.
I know that Tarasenko didn't.
Yeah.
Who's the other guy?
Mikkola didn't.
Mikkola didn't.
There's one more.
Trying to think.
One more.
I can't think.
Barbashev.
Yeah, Barbashev.
Barbie signed with the Knights.
Yep.
And Barbie was instrumental in them getting the cup.
Yep.
Instrumental. Yet here he was just considered a fourth line player, a guy that had the skill coached out of him.
Yeah, and if you got a guy that has some skill and you put him with nothing but fourth line players, that skill's going to show up sometimes, but a lot of times it's not because of the other players he's with.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, he's on their top line with Eichel.
I think it's the second line.
No, I could have swore when I looked at the other night's game, it showed them as the top line, Eichel and Barbashev. I might be wrong, but he's out there every time.
When Barbashev was with Tarasenko and Bushnevich,
they look good.
That line for 4 or 5 games was absolutely outstanding.
And
they had one game in which they didn't get a lot of puck time.
Yeah.
They didn't score. They didn't, have. Oh wow. 2 Blues get put. Oh, yeah. See some of that stuff. And they got split up and never put back. I think they got put back together one more time. Right? That's the issue. That was some of the issues. Just because it doesn't work once, you got to keep up with it. It was obvious it was working. I've actually agreed with that to a point, but not the without pay part. I have said that if a player intends, goes out there and really injures somebody, and it's considered intent to injure, right? That their suspension should be as long as the other player can't play. I have thought that. But not the without pay part. And that's the hard part there. A lot of times, you know when a play is like Tavares a few years ago during the playoffs got hit in the head and it was a freak play. You just knew it was a freak play. But if you go back and you look at the play, I can't with what was it? Well, here for example, the play with Falk and Kadri, right? That was absolute. The league said that. I mean, they suspended him for it.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So that's kind of where you would do it. Boarding is a harder one. Boarding is not one that boarding is a hard one for me. But the open ice stuff, the direct open ice stuff, that's the stuff that.
Well, here's the thing about today's players, and I'll go to my grave saying this. Number one, the equipment, their elbow pads are bigger and a lot more dangerous. Yeah. If you put all these guys in the elbow pads that the guys that I played with in the 70s, 80s, 90s, and you gave them those old pads, they wouldn't hit like they do because you know what? You're going to get hurt too. And they don't teach guys, from what I can see, they don't teach guys how to take a hit and how to give a hit to where it's going to hurt the guy, but it's not going to, kill him and knock him off the ice. Plus, a lot of times today, you see guys skating and they start to lose their wheels and they slip on the ice and then somebody hits them from behind. That's not that guy's fault that hit him from behind that he was falling.
Sometimes it is.
When you're 2 feet away, 3 feet away, and you got a full head steam head towards somebody.
If you hit a guy with more than one stride or two strides, then yeah, there's some intentionality there. Right? I'm sorry, there's some intentionality there. I get it when it's close together and it's maybe one stride where you can't change, but I've seen it be two strides. For example, the Krug hit on Thomas that took Thomas out of the Stanley Cup playoffs.
Yeah, that was intentional.
Krug should have been suspended for that.
He jumped off the ice. He jumped off the surface of the ice to make that hit.
No, he didn't. No, he did not. Krug got hit back in the zone, got his helmet knocked off. With his helmet knocked off, he went from his zone all the way into the Blues defensive zone to hit Thomas. That was a direct, he aimed for him. Actually, the helmet rule, everyone says that the helmet rule wasn't there. It actually was during the playoffs, but it was the referee's discretion, right? And that absolutely should have been called a penalty. It should have been charging. And he took Thomas out of the playoffs. Thomas didn't play another game in that playoff series. In the Stanley Cup Finals, he spent the rest of the time. They're in the lounge. They're in the Blues. Where we were.
Yeah.
At least I think so. It looks like it. I don't know. Did we have a beer tap in there? I don't remember seeing that.
Yeah, they had one. They had one in there, but you had to have the bartender get it.
Oh, there it looks like they got glasses. You can just pull it on your own.
Yeah. There's another suite that the Blues use too there.
Okay.
Yeah. It's right above section 126 or 101, somewhere around there.
Yeah. Well, I know Walt has his own suite. At least I think he does. But he works for the Blues also, so he's a scout. Director of scouting, I think.
Yeah, I don't know what his title is.
And then it was held and it wasn't called. Walker, big hit. Big hit there by Walker. Walker's got a motor, man. That's what I've always liked about him. He plays bigger than he is. He absolutely plays bigger than he is. Little Chihuahua. I still advocate for that fifth ref, the ref that's in the arena, up in the press box, with a couple of monitors around him, watching the game that way, and on things other than judgment calls, right? He should be able to buzz down and call a penalty. Yep. That's going to be interesting because, he had a meltdown in Colorado and he hasn't coached since then. So I don't know how Lou got him back, but that's going to be interesting.
Well, he'll have another meltdown.
I probably... Oh, Parayko unloaded that one. Parayko's back is fine. That's why he's getting shots off now. Look at him being held. 6 foot from the puck, being held and nothing called. Right? That's the stuff that just drives me crazy. Because when a Blues player does it, hand goes up right away.
I know it seems like the last couple of years, every year it gets worse.
Yeah. Judgment, and if you ask me, well, what do you consider a judgment call? I in some instances, I think tripping is a judgment call. unless it's an obvious trip, right? Like what happened in the Blues overtime. That was an obvious trip. Sometimes it is a judgment. Going for the puck, playing the puck. If you're going for the puck in his skates, okay, I get it. But there's some things there. Hooking is a judgment call. I would not stop a game for a hook. I would not stop a game for a slash. Would not stop a game for, well, high sticking is a maybe, right? High sticking is a maybe. But there are things, hand passes, that's not a judgment call, right? If he can see the hand pass through his, he can stop it. Oop, nope, that was a hand pass, right? He would not, I don't think he would, quote unquote, be able to call penalties, but he would be able to have the officials on ice go back and look to see if it was a penalty that was missed. I'm guessing you don't agree with that.
No, I think it'd be good to have somebody up there that does most of the challenge calls, and because they're right there, and instead of waiting for Toronto to get
Yeah.
all the calls. I mean, it just makes sense to have somebody there that's neutral, that can look at the play and say, yeah, that's right. That was offsides, or and it should take a lot less time than what it takes.
Tell you another thing I have a big issue with, right? Let's say you challenge a goaltender interference, right? And they come back and say that's goaltender interference. Well, you know what? You know what goaltender interference is? That's a penalty. So if you can get a penalty for delay of game because the challenge didn't go your way, you should get a penalty for the goaltender interference on the other team for the goaltender interference.
I would agree. I would agree with that in that instance. That's the only one I would do that on, because if it was interference, then hey, why wasn't it called?
Right. Right. That's the big one. If goaltender interference, if it is challenged and won, should be a penalty on the player that if it was determined that there was goaltender interference or goal. Player number blah 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 has a 2-minute penalty for goaltender interference. Right. That's the thing that needs to happen. Tell you what, that starts happening, you'll start seeing a hell of a lot less goaltender interference.
That's right.
They brought this up earlier. Do you think Keith Tkachuk belongs in the NHL Hall of Fame?
That's going to be one of those borderline things.
Right. Would you put Tkachuk in over Gary Unger?
No.
No, I wouldn't either. Gary Unger's got to go in first.
No.
Right. I think it was. He wasn't timid. He was hurt, and he's been hurt for a while. I think that his body didn't allow him to wind up that shot, and it's taken him a couple of years to get over it.
Yeah, I told everybody about a year and a half ago that, hey, he's hurt. His back is hurt. Watch how he skates. Watch what he's doing, what he's not doing. And everybody, oh, he's soft. He's not. And nobody believed me until it finally came out. Yeah, his back was hurt.
Well, no, I mean, we knew his back was hurt. I just think that people, he was able to skate, but he was limited by what he was able to do.
Yeah, his back was still hurt.
Yeah, and at that, and it had a lot to do with things, but I think that, like the GM realized that had a lot to do with his play, and that he was getting better. It was taking time. Back injuries, man, can bother you for years. Hell, back injuries are the reasons a lot of players have ended their careers. Right? I forget. One of the players that I had on my show told me that I think it was Liut. Wasn't it Liut? The back injury ended his back is the reason he ended his career? It might have been.
Know.
Can't remember, but I don't think. See, here's the thing. I love what gets me, and you want to. Why I have such an issue? I will tell you straight up. I have an issue when any fan calls an NHL player soft, weak, pussy, anything like that. Motherfucker, you get out there and play the damn game. I was on ice 90 fucking minutes and broke my wrist. You cannot be soft to play this game at the level they play it at. And for you to sit there and call it soft because he doesn't do the things you want it to do, that is why I get so upset.
Yeah.
That is exactly right there why I get so upset.
Well, the problem is just like in football, if you see a guy that's 6'6", 350, oh, he should be a great offensive lineman or defensive lineman. No, that's not what that means. You know, he should be real vicious and be tenacious. Guys, there's a lot of guys that I played with that are 6'4", 6'5", that were good players, but they weren't guys that you would consider, you know, these guys like Chris Pronger.
Well, here, look at
Oh, can you
Kelsey,
believe Oshie is 37 years old?
The Kelsey brother that just retired from the Eagles
Yeah.
as a center.
Yep.
Right? This dude is one of the nicest people around.
Yeah, he is.
And he plays one of the toughest positions at center. Yet I've never seen him. I didn't watch a lot of football, but from what I understand, he was never considered a dirty player. He was never hiding in the trenches, throwing elbows or any of that stuff. He was. I don't think he had a ton of penalties, right? Unsportsmanlike conduct, things like that, right? That's the one thing with the NHL that, to me, a double minor should be more than just if you draw blood, right? To say that a hooking is the same as a roughing, or better yet, unsportsmanlike conduct, to say that they're the same penalty, I have an issue with that, right? Certain penalties, unsportsmanlike conduct, should be an automatic 4-minute penalty.
Yeah.
Right?
Can you believe Oshie is 37 years old?
37? Somebody asked that?
No, I just said it.
Guys, look at it. Look at this. How is this not called?
I know.
And you see him with the skates moving around. Wilson is just sitting on top of, holding him down so he can't make the play while he's trying to move the puck around. Isn't that a fucking penalty? Amazing that they're winning this game. Just how I feel. And I know it pisses people off that I say it that way, but that, I mean, I just, yeah. Oh, Caps on the power play. Tripping call. I think that was a trip in there.
That was a tripping, yeah.
Yeah. It's not his second penalty, is it? I hope not.
I don't think so.
Nope, Gaudette's got 2. I wonder if he's going to sit Gaudet. I mean, one of them, the high sticking was the slashing was the one that I wouldn't call. What a save by Bennington.
Yeah, that was a good save.
Woohoo! I like that. Holy Bennington. Wow, he just absolutely stoned. Oh, wow, did he absolutely stone Ovechkin. Ovechkin's going to have nightmares about that one. Wow, that should have been in the back of the net. Wow, another one.
Yeah, you're about 45 seconds behind me.
I am?
Yep.
Next commercial, I need to refresh to be fresh.
I'm at 2 minutes and 10 seconds.
2:31. Oh, that almost went in. Oh, Benny, get back up. Get back up. He was in a weird position there. Covered by Bennington. Wow, he is on it tonight.
Mm-hmm.
On it tonight. Absolutely on it tonight. To everybody that liked the show, thank you. I greatly appreciate it.
Seems like every year Matt Pacioretty's on a different team.
Yeah. Yeah.
Remember when all the
I
Blues?
actually remember when I first started doing my show,
Mm-hmm.
I got Pescaretti confused with somebody. I thought he was a former Blue
No.
because he was on Vegas at the time,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I think it was Vegas. It might have been Vegas. I can't
Or
remember.
Montreal.
This would have been 18-19. Calgary, maybe? No, I think it was Vegas.
I think he was on Vegas's team then.
Yeah, because he was picked up by Vegas in the draft, in the expansion draft. And I got Pasquaretti messed up with somebody. I can't remember who it was. I was thinking he was somebody else.
Haslowski?
No, I can't remember. I got him mixed up with somebody. We had somebody with a P that had been on our team that we traded away. I forget who it was. Someone with a name that was somewhat similar.
Mm-hmm.
I forget who it was, but yeah, I got corrected on that. It was like in one of my first shows. Well, I mean, they're going to get out of this 2-0, and they're lucky to be 2-0. Bennington is kept in a minute, but I mean, and it's not their play. The refs are not assisting. They're not calling anything. Oh, that should have been whistled a lot further than what it was. Oh, yeah. Bush didn't touch the puck, but got interfered with, and no call again. Oh, actually, no. Bush did touch the puck. Yeah, he did touch it. But yeah, he was in a compromising position. That was a bad hit. That was not a safe hit. They're not going to call anything.
Well, they're talking about it.
They're not going to call. If they call anything, it's going to be on the Blues for roughing or instigating. Matching minors, see? Yeah, I've seen the zebra there a couple times tonight and not calling anything. I wonder if they're looking at this for a major. I wonder if they're going to call it as a major and then go review it. I think that's what it seems like to me that they're doing.
Yeah, Kessel's going to the dressing room. He's getting a penalty.
And he's getting a major penalty, or a more. He's getting more than a 2-minute, one way or the other. He got a misconduct. No, I haven't heard it, man. I'm not paying that much attention to it. Oh, I do know that the other night when we played the Capitals, now that it was their country night. That's why Country Roads got played so much.
Oh, they play that all the time there, Guy.
Oh, they do? For
Yep.
when they score a goal?
Yep, they started doing that the season after we won the cup. There's a bunch of teams that do play that song now.
Oh, yeah. Thoughts are 17-14 in favor of the Blues, 9-5 in favor of the Caps this period. Oh, Bushnevich is going too. So a bunch of misconducts. Doesn't make sense. What did Bushnevich do that got him a misconduct?
He didn't do nothing.
Yeah. Oh, nice shot by Falk. I'm still waiting to see what the penalties are. I haven't had them come up yet.
They're probably still trying to decide.
Protocol, that's possible, but I don't think so.
Well, it looked like he had a cut above his forehead.
Oh.
Unless that was his hair hanging down, but it looked like a cut to me.
I haven't seen any. I'm gonna do a quick refresh here.
And he was sitting on the bench. It's good to see Oshie back. He's been injured a little bit this season.
Yeah, really good to see him back. I'm still not showing any of the penalties yet, so I don't know what they are. I was glad that they had Oshie come out and do the puck drop.
Yeah.
Right. I'm not seeing any penalties yet. I know Tom announced something. I heard him saying something, but I haven't seen. I have the score sheet, the official score sheet in front of me.
Yeah, they're not showing it either. I can't find it.
All right. So 2-0. Oh, so I asked this question earlier. Here we go. Thomas got an unsportsmanlike conduct. Bushnevich got a tripping.
What?
Yeah, how did Bushnevich get a tripping on that? Carmichael got an unsportsmanlike conduct, and there had to be another one.
Bushnevich is the one that got knocked down.
Oh, no, actually, I haven't. Yeah. Yeah, Bushnevich gets knocked down and gets a tripping.
That's crazy.
God damn it. I mean, that's. Wow, yeah, the refs have been bad this game. Absolutely been bad this game. So I haven't seen everything yet. I'm still waiting. There's got to be another one.
Yeah,
because what I'm looking at,
anything.
there should have been a power play for the Caps. That's one rule change I'd like to see. Any power play, 2 rule changes. Any power play with less than a minute remaining in the period, the team has the right to defer it to the start of the next period. And any penalty in the last 2 minutes of a game, last 2 minutes or 5 minutes, depending on the penalty, when the game is within 1 goal, the penalty continues until the game continues until the penalty ends.
I don't think they would do that because it's already hard to get a ref to call a penalty with a couple minutes left or in overtime.
Oh, it happens a lot more than you think. And guys will take penalties when they're down by 1 or up by 1 or up by 2 late in the game because, with 10, 15 seconds left, because why not?
They know it's not going to be called.
What it does is it stops their rush, right?
Yeah.
And it happens all the time. Hey, Anthony, how you doing, buddy? Okay, so here we go. Okay, no. So I was wrong. Bushnavid's got the tripping earlier. Okay, at the 16:49
Yeah, that was earlier.
mark.
Yeah.
So I missed it. So Robert Thomas and Matt Kessel both got unsportsmanlike conducts for 2 minutes at 19:30, and McMichael and Furvery, I don't know how to say that. Got also got unsportsmanlike conducts for 2 minutes. This is a penalty that I have an issue with. Unsportsmanlike conduct should be 4 minutes or 5-minute misconducts. 5 minutes. They should not be the same as a hooking or the same as I don't know, holding the stick. It shouldn't be the same penalty.
I think
Now, in this case, it's bullshit, but
I think it should be the option to give a 2 or a 4 on it.
right. It just
Like if you've got a guy skating on the goalie all alone and another
Yeah.
player comes up behind him and puts his stick right under his leg and hooks him and knocks him down intentionally,
Yeah.
I think it should be either
well, that's a penalty shot.
either a penalty shot. We have sometimes they don't call it a penalty
Yeah.
shot or a 4-minute penalty
Yeah.
because that's intentional.
Do you know there is one time that I know of that's an automatic goal? There is one. The Blues have had it happen where they've scored a goal with no shot. Right? On
Yeah.
a breakaway with an empty net, if you commit a penalty, it is an automatic goal. Automatic goal. There's actually more cases. That's just one that I know of. I know there's 3 or 4 different cases where it's an automatic goal. Right? If you put your hand over the puck in the crease, that's an automatic goal. I think it is. Am I right or wrong on that one?
I don't think the second one is.
There are some instances in the crease where I think it can be an automatic goal.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's not been a great game, but it's been a fun game to watch. I mean, both.
Yeah,
these
no,
teams,
I don't think it's been a bad game at all.
no, They're both
Right?
500
Shots are
teams
18
trying
to
to play better.
14. Sorry, shots are 18 to 14 in favor of St. Louis. They were 9-6 in that period in favor of the Capitals. There was one goal that period. Shin from Falcon Bushnavid. Even strength goal at the 7:44 mark. It was a really good goal too. Couple penalties that period. I'm not going to get into all of them. Blues had a few. Blues are 0 for 1 on the power play. Caps are 0 for 3, and that's huge. Huge. Actually, no, I got that backwards. Yeah, Caps are 0 for 3. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Falk just put it right in Shen's wheelhouse, and Shen needed that. Right from the circle. Right from the circle. Let's see if we can get to the stats here real quick. See how bad my math is. If I'm counting this right, it is 38 attempts for the Caps and 38 for the Blues.
Pretty even.
Yep. Blues had 16 hits. Caps had 11. Who's leading the Blues in hits? Anybody know? Who's leading the Blues in hits?
I'm not looking at the stat sheet.
Yeah, I know, but who do you think it is?
Probably Torpchenko or Kessel.
Nope. Torp has 1 hit.
I thought he had
and
3.
Kessel has no hits.
I thought he hit somebody.
Yeah, he did, but they didn't count it. It's going to surprise you. Maybe it won't.
I guess surprise me.
Walker.
No,
With
it doesn't
5
really
hits.
surprise me.
Walker with 5 hits.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise
Caps
me.
have 2 giveaways. The Blues have 6. Caps have 8 takeaways. The Blues have 12. I've seen a lot of that. I have seen a lot of those takeaways. Blues have 13 block shots to 12 for the 12 for the Caps. They're saying the Caps had 4 posts in that game. I don't think they've hit 4 posts. That doesn't make sense to me sometimes. Ovechkin's had 7 of his shots blocked.
You know, that's one thing I can definitely put an eye on. The difference between when Berube was coaching and now with him coaching, they're blocking more shots.
Yeah. Face-offs, 18-13 in favor of the Caps, 58% to 42%, so it's closer. Thomas has not been good in the face-off circle lately.
No,
And
yeah,
that's been something that's been huge, that's been hurting us. When he's good in the face-off circle, that line is really good.
yep.
That is something that he absolutely has to get better on.
Yeah, he does.
All right. Absolutely needs to get better on. Damn it, Wedgwood! You were setting me up for a beautiful shutout, and now you give up 2 goals to New Jersey. Damn it! Well, I got Bennington still in the tank. Got 20 minutes, and maybe I can get one.
You know, I know people love this guy, but I don't understand why they asked for him back in a trade.
Who?
For Tarasenko. Sammy Blais just isn't a full-time player. He's just not.
Yeah. I wonder if there's a chance that Tarasenko could be back in a Blues uniform this season or next season. What do you think?
I don't think so. I don't think there's any chance that happens.
Right?
Would I be upset if it did? No, but I just don't see that happening.
Is he worth $5 million for 2 years? $10 million.
Yeah.
Well, why? I mean, he's getting $5 million this year. He did a $5 million contract betting on himself. He went to Ottawa. It has not worked out there. He's probably going to get traded. Why not? I mean, especially with a young core of guys that move the puck and can shoot. Oh my goodness, I think he would thrive. Absolutely think he would thrive. Right? Absolutely think he would thrive. You don't? Thank you, Jason Nichols. You don't think he would thrive in a system like that? Still with me, Lance? Hello? Hello? You still there, Lance? Lance? Or Lance? I don't know if he's there or not. Or if he froze or something. Or did I freeze? There's only 6 watching, so it doesn't matter. Oh, he bounced out, so he probably froze. So the guys that are watching, what is one player that you wish was never a St. Louis Blue? Or a player that had a tumultuous time here? Hi, Shuckman. Any? Can you think of any? Oh, now they have a female Spider-Man. Madam Web. Interesting. Interesting. I don't know if that's for me. Miller. He is up on that list. I'd say I have two for sure, so he would be number 2. I have one more that I think trumps him. Right? To me, there's one guy that trumps him. I wonder if anybody will get it. Right? Who? Nail? Yakupov? No. Yakupov just had I mean, he was just had a discouraging career. I don't think that, this guy, the guy I'm thinking of is infamous with his time here in St. Louis and after. Infamous. Wow, Caps have only had 4 scoring chances. That's amazing. Ozone time 513 to 424. Keep that up. Got to think back a ways, not a long ways, but there's a guy that to me just takes the cake when it comes to infamous Blues. Even more infamous than Miller. All right. Well, these stupid ass penalties our guys got to serve. I need some goals and assists, guys. Come on, help me out. Somebody do something. I got guys that are supposed to get them. They haven't yet. Nope, not Brewer. Nope, not Eric Brewer. Even more, way more infamous than that. He is probably the most infamous player ever to play in the NHL. Somebody will get it. Well, I mean, there's only 5 people watching, so. Most infamous player on the Blues. Probably in the NHL. I would argue he's probably the most infamous player in the NHL. He's infamous, so he's more than famous. Tell me what line that's from. Or what movie that line's from. Come on. Anthony, Aaron, Jason, come on. You guys got to know. One of you guys got to know. Robert, come on. What's your guess? Most infamous player on the Blues. I'll give 3 more guesses, then I'll say who I think it is. Come on, you get 3 more guesses. Not Miller, not Yakupov, not Brewer. Not Gretzky. Not Gretzky. Infamous. Most infamous player on the Blues. 2 more guesses. I can't say why because it will give it away. It will absolutely give it away. Brett Hall, not Brett Hall. The guy who hit the ref. I'm not sure about who the guy that hit the ref was. But I can't believe this guy was arrested and charged with conspiracy to commit murder. Mike Danton. Mike Danton. They actually changed his name. I'm not sure what his name is now. I'd have to look it up. I know he kind of uses a different name now. I think he goes by Mike Jefferson. Right. Well, game's back on. No comments on that? Oh well. In and off the netting. So they don't come back on the ice till the 1830 mark. Yeah, trying to get a penalty. You hurt me. So next stoppage in play, those guys can come back out of the box. And Bennett will just hold on to it, which is smart. Get your guys back. Danton played in the 90s, I think. Mid 90s. Mid to late 90s, actually. Might have been late 90s. 2000. Oh, no, in 2004. So early 2000s. Right? He feuded with the Devils general manager Lou Lamoriello and was suspended by prompting his eventual trade to St. Louis. 2 days after the Blues were eliminated from the first round of Stanley Cup playoffs by the San Jose Sharks, Danton was arrested and charged with conspiracy to commit murder. He then pleaded guilty to attempting to hire a hitman who was actually a police dispatcher to murder his agent. There was a whole bunch of stuff that went down over that. Right. No, his contract was voided. His contract was voided because he pleaded guilty. Let's go Blues!
Let's go Blues! Let's go Blues! Let's go Blues!
Oh, Alexandrov just missed there. Man, they're just holding guys left and right and not getting called. Oh, Thomas was just standing there. I don't know why, Thomas. You're standing still, just lets a guy go right around you. Icing against the Caps. Well, so far they're playing strong. Shots are 4-2 in favor of the Blues, and they're leading, so that's what you want to see. Scandella gets it down deep. Oh, Alexandrov won that puck. Good job. Oh, Shen trying to get a second. Pareko fired one in there. I could do this show naked and no one would watch it. No one would care. I don't think anybody would even notice. You might be the only one, E. The Demeter family. Thank you. Nice to know that. I appreciate it. Yep, I think I said that earlier, Aaron. I got it messed up. Thank you, Jeremy. Not sure, bud. If I do, we can get together and have another. You guys can buy my lunch again because I knew something you didn't. Did they ever say why what, Aaron? Come on, Shinner. Oh man, you gave that puck up too easy. Oh, neighbors! Ouch! Oh, he went straight in. He had to pull that in. If he pulls that in, $11 to go. Torp, man, just playing a stick game. He has had an active stick tonight. Just missed. Wow. Oh, keep it, Sonny. Man, they are controlling the puck tonight. This is how you win games. Control the puck. They've only allowed 16 shots. That's going to be come on, Robert. You need to win this one. Well, 8:46 to go. You're going to see the Caps start pushing. We're going to be playing a lot more dump and chase, it seems. And I think that's a mistake against the Caps. Vetchkin just missed a hell of a chance. Oh, go, Alexandrov. Get down there. Oh, man, the fourth and third lines have been working their butts off this game. Working. Working. Next year's voting is going to be interesting. Oh, wow. Dun-dun-dun-dun. 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 Trip and nothing. Oh, went right through the crease. There was a blue there, but he couldn't get a stick on it. Yeah, I know, bud. Oh, we finally got a call. Finally got a call. Now we can put this game away. Hope it's 3-0, E. That should have been more than a 2-minute, man. Some of these penalties, I mean, guys in dangerous positions, they need to have a little more leeway. What are they singing? Can you hear? Oh, Kyrie, nice shot. Woo, neighbors! Thomas with the power play point. Needed that. Absolutely needed that. Beautiful. Beautiful. Like a good neighbor, Jake is there. Well, you could see Washington pulling the goalie here soon. Happy with the way they played this game, that's for sure. Well, they're not pulling the goalie. Here we go. Oh, that looked like it was out. Keep getting it out. I don't see what's going on. Oh, Blue's going back on a power play. Got him with a misconduct. He's out of here. Woo! Looks like being up 3-0. We are going to be on a power play. At least that's what it looks like. Oh, I wonder if they're going to get Thomas too. Oh, Thomas is gone too. Yeah, I was worried about that. So I haven't seen what the penalties are yet. Oh, Thomas took a big one. Ah, that just killed me in fantasy. Minute to go. Oh, son. You can't miss that. We're winning 3-0, Robert. I mean, things happen. Bennington gets the shutout. Woo! Woo! Well, Bennington's my number 1 star. Pareko would probably be my number 2 star. And my number 3 star would be Neighbors. No, Thomas. Thomas, my number 3 star. Thomas, my number 3 with the 2 points. Pareko, my number 2. And Bennington, my number 1. Bennington win number 132. Sneaking up on Curtis Joseph. Let's see what the let's see what we get called on tonight. Let's see who that gets called. Pretty sure I'm close. Here we go. Oh, I got them mixed up. Rico. Oh, no, Shin. I had Thomas with 2 assists. They gave it to Shin. Well, because Thomas got all those penalties, that's why. Bennington. Oh, what a night to get a shutout. Tough team, and you beat them. You shut them down. Well, guys, have a good one. Yep. Thank you, David. Appreciate it. I think when's the next game? Tuesday, I think. Maybe Monday. I don't remember. I gotta look. We got a back-to-back. Tuesday and Wednesday. Late games for you guys against the Flames and Vancouver. And then we've got Friday against the Seahawks, the Kraken, and then a 9 a.m. game for me on Sunday. Ooh, that's a tough one. Okay, guys, have a great one. Love you. See you later.